Yeah. Nick Padone has been banging this drum since I met this guy a long time ago. He wants a certain Cavalier to return to Cleveland and save this current iteration. Tom Haberstroh, he's with Yahoo Sports. He was on with the Midday Boys, Baskin and Phelps, and he had some thoughts not only on giving Nick Padone's LeBron Love Fest a pulse, but also maybe trying to save the core four. This is what Haberstroh had to say with Baskin and Phelps here on The Fan yesterday.
It's very bizarre that they have basically sat out this offseason. They let Dorian Finney-Smith walk, and then they sit out on all the centers except for DeAndre Ayton, who was just waived by the Blazers. And is that your championship roster right now? Because they don't really have many moves left. And so I think LeBron James might have gotten wind of this, that the Lakers and Rob Pelinka might not have been going all in while he's in his age 40 season, turning 41 in December. And to me, given how horrible the Eastern Conference is right now, and that was the gist of the story, was LeBron should have his eyes on going back East, because how bad the East has gotten since the playoffs started, and also how good the West is. I just think that LeBron James, for winning a championship, he's much better off going East. And right now, Cleveland is the best team in the East, and also a team that might be hungry to add a player who's second team All-NBA last year and has already won a championship in Cleveland. It might be the missing piece.
Yeah, and that was Tom Haberstroh from Yahoo Sports. And a good reminder, hey, not to miss a moment from earlier in this show or any of our local shows here on 92.3 The Fan. Click that rewind function on the Odyssey app, brought to you by Montrose Ford. Choose Click Cruise at MontroseFordAkron.com to listen back to any of our segments from the last 72 hours. And you can go back and listen to that conversation. It was a fascinating conversation. That's why I wanted Meredith to pull that clip up. Because it just feeds into what you've been preaching here. I will say this. There are a few cardinal sins you don't commit with LeBron James on your roster, but the number one is not being all in every year.
Yep.
We saw that with the Cavaliers when he was coming up in 1.0 with his rookie extension. I think it was a 3-year extension he signed. He didn't sign the 5 max. He went with the 3. Then obviously in 2010, he ended up taking his talents to South Beach. But with LeBron, you have to be all in. And I remember those trade deadlines. It was a cluster mess. Every trade deadline, the Cavaliers were frantically trading for people to try and position themselves to be able to get in the playoffs. And they never really built a team. Now, LeBron 2.0, they kind of sort of built a team, okay, with the big 3. But every year, the chips were to the center of the table. Dan Gilbert was spending money like mad. They were, every year it was about winning an NBA championship. So, Nick, the floor is yours. I don't know if we're allowed to let you do a champion's pose here. Ken Carmen, Anthony Lima might not like that.
Nah,
but,
I'm not stealing their thing.
You're, not sounding as crazy than you were maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been on this island for a very long time, and the sun is finally starting to come out, and it looks really good. And I feel like people are finally starting to come over to the light side. We want to hear from you on this, of course, as well, on the North Olmsted Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram hotline is truly for you, the fans, today at 216-474-0092. I agree with what Tom said with the afternoon boys, because right now the Cavs should be in their own pursuit of winning an NBA Finals. Evidently, the Lakers are not, and right. The Cavs are in a weaker Eastern Conference. It's time to bring them home. And you could leave the nostalgia stuff aside. You could leave the nostalgia and the Nike marketing campaign that's going to be a LeBron farewell tour in Cleveland in year 23, when his 23 jersey will hang from the rafters forever, on the 10-year anniversary of the 2016 NBA championship. You could put all of that aside. This is about winning another NBA title for the Cleveland Cavaliers and for this organization.
But what's it going to cost you to bring him here? That's the thing. I'm worried that you have to basically blow this team up just to bring him back, because before you can bring him in, you got to get under that second apron. If I if I understand the apron rules correctly, and there's a chance I might not, but I'm pretty sure I do. Like, I'm concerned that you have to blow up a sizable portion of the roster just to bring him in. And then really, this shouldn't be like a LeBron has to carry you all the way. Like we have seen him, we saw him do it in 2007. That, God bless the 2007 Cavaliers, but that might be one of the worst NBA Finals teams in NBA history. Okay, but LeBron had a magical postseason. Had that incredible game in Detroit.
Yep. It's not blowing up the court. I'm getting a little bit tired.
You got to get rid of two of the core four plus maybe DeAndre Hunter.
Here's the thing.
So let me ask you this. Is it worth trading Jared Allen and then trading Darius Garland and then trading DeAndre Hunter to bring LeBron James back?
I've seen Jared Allen no-show in 3 straight NBA postseasons.
This was a yes or no question.
I've seen Darius Garland no-show in 3 straight NBA postseasons, and I saw LeBron take us to 4 straight NBA finals.
Well, Garland was hurt. Jared Allen was hurt.
So it's not that you're blowing up the core 4.
Yeah, I would say if you're trading half of the core 4, you're blowing it up.
It's that you're moving off of the 2 guys that haven't performed in the postseason. And Daryl, we consistently say on our Sunday show that for the Cavs next year, they could go 82-0. Nobody would care. It's not an 82-game season for the Cavs next year. It's a 16-game season next spring. It's about what do you do in the playoffs. I've got 2 guys that would need to be flipped for the greatest basketball player of all time that haven't showed up in this 16-game season that we care about the NBA playoffs. And I know LeBron would help the Cavs improve come playoff time. Dare I say, I know the Cavs would have beaten the Indiana Pacers with LeBron James on their roster this past season. I feel so confident in saying that.
I don't disagree with you, but
James Mobley Mitchell nucleus is good enough. With the ancillary pieces, you're surrounding Bron with shooters, which is of importance. Maybe that's why they picked Sam Merrill over Ty Jerome. He's a shooter. Max Strus is a shooter. You still have size. You brought back Larry Nance Jr.
Who are you replacing Jared Allen with? Who are you replacing Darius Garland with? Who are you replacing DeAndre Hunter with?
It's almost for Jared Allen. I feel bad saying this because I know you and I both like Jared a whole lot. It's almost addition. It's almost addition by subtraction for me.
Yeah,
because you cleared away for Evan to become that unicorn 5 that we all want him to be. And DG just has been too small and not available. We heard KD say on LeBron's podcast, ironically enough, that the way to beat the Cavs is pick on Darius Garland defensively. You can't let him go to another team in the Eastern Conference. No, this Eastern Conference is mine for the taking.
Is this where we've gotten to now? Now we're just looking to play keep away?
It should be, yeah, because I'm trying to win
away from the rest of the East.
I'm trying to win another championship, and all of the things that come with it would be nice. The nostalgia stuff with LeBron, doing the farewell tour the right way in Cleveland would be great.
Are you gonna make me pull out the Donovan Mitchell audio again?
Listen, Donovan, I've seen you could pull it out. We can pull out the Donovan Mitchell audio. I don't care. Pull it out. I'm not afraid of it.
I don't know how well that's going to play based on I really, the sense I get is this group really wants to do it without LeBron.
Good for them. Good. That's what they should want to do, but I don't think that they're capable of it.
Low-hanging fruit here on the 4th of July, 216-474-0092. Do they get LeBron James back at all costs? Are you willing to sacrifice everybody? Women, children, the core 4.
One more ring for the king.
This was current. What you just showed me was current, right?
Current.
Okay, so this is what we're doing. This is our investigative reporting, our fan team, we call it. It's not the I team. That's Fox 8. The fan team, our investigative reporters have found on social media a LeBron James comment concerning a social media post I'm gonna give you.
Oh yeah, I got you. So
lay it out.
So Allie Clifton put on her Instagram celebrating the 4th of July as people do.
And and just a quick reminder, Allie Clifton used to be the sideline reporter for the Cavaliers. She's working in Los Angeles.
She's on
Lakers
the lake with a guy. They're both wearing Cavs LeBron jerseys on the lake.
Okay.
And she threw that up on her Instagram story, celebrating the 4th. Nothing really to think about it. LeBron comments on it and said, proper attire with a salute emoji, a praying hands emoji, and a winky emoji. LeBron James, proper attire to break out that wine and gold 23 jersey for the 4th of July. It's King approved to put that Bron jersey back on.
Say what? Wow. Now, what happened earlier this week on social media with LeBron? Because there was something else that happened, right?
So LeBron's like, I don't know if
I feel like we're being breadcrumbed right now.
I don't know if he's currently here. He was here yesterday. He's in Northeast Ohio. The last couple of days, he was golfing in Akron. That's confirmed. He was out on the golf course in Akron.
Wearing a hat.
And he was wearing a hat that he posted to his own Instagram story. Again, having a little bit of fun with, he's not a free agent, but he's kind of acting like he's a free agent. He knows that he holds the keys, so he's having a little bit of fun with it. And the hat said, welcome home.
All right, so here's the thing about LeBron. Nothing he does is unintentional.
No, he invented this. He invented the fact that whenever an athlete has an Instagram story or a cryptic tweet, we read between the lines. We've done it with Donovan Mitchell here in Cleveland. We did it with Shane Bieber throughout the offseason. But LeBron's the OG. LeBron is the day one social media instigator.
Listen, fit in or fit out is an all-time tweet. It really is. When he called out Kevin Love. And then he went after Kyrie on Twitter. Like, you're right. He is did you call him the OG?
He's the OG. Yeah.
How old are you? You're
original.
not allowed to say. I'm allowed to say OG. I'm not sure you're allowed to. You're 26 years old. I'm pretty sure OG is not supposed to be in your vocabulary.
They're saying the St. Vincent St. Mary Fab 5 was with him in Akron. He was rocking that welcome home hat. Like, who is he showing? Listen, I said on the Sunday show. I said on the Sunday show, I have a LeBron meter built into my phone, and I'm lucky that it comes with every single phone that I have, and it tracks when LeBron does these things. The LeBron meter just gets louder and louder, and right now, it's kind of at its peak decibel. It's getting louder and louder. He's giving me all of the telltale signs that lead me to believe that the door is ajar for a LeBron James return to Cleveland. And it's hard for me to not get excited about that because I'm in the market to compete for another NBA title on the 10-year anniversary of the NBA title that LeBron delivered for. The more that I hear that audio from Donovan Mitchell talking to Taylor Rooks on Bleacher Report, the more angry that I get because Donovan sounds so out of touch in that clip. Like, Donovan, you're not LeBron. You're exactly correct. You're a player that in the 3 years that you've been here has not gotten us further than the Eastern Conference semifinals. And I understand and I respect that they want to do it their own way. They want to do it with Darius and Evan and Max. Those guys aren't good enough with you as the main guy. Like, Donovan would be a hell of a Robin to LeBron James's Batman. And I don't even know what that makes Evan Mobley. The Joker, because he's pretty dang good too. And I know that the three of them together would be a formidable four.
Will you know your DC comic characters, please?
I'm just trying to get the most support for our Cavs as possible. I don't care what superhero form they come in.
Here we go. Let's head out to Solon. Tom has thoughts on Bronny. Tom, happy 4th of July, bud.
Hey, happy 4th of July to you too. I do have thoughts on Bron, but before I take just a second, I had a couple patients last night that I've had for 30 years, and one of them sits next to you at Browns games.
Okay.
And he says nothing. And you know his first name. His initials are NC. I don't want to give it. And he says nothing but good things about you. He says he may push your buttons, but you push his.
Well, that's good to hear. He's a good man.
He is a good man. His father was a great man too, with all the Browns memorabilia. Anyway, LeBron, forgive him. Just bring him back. All that's important is that we get championships because the players keep changing, and the guys they have on the roster right now can't win the title. How many years are you going to give them to marinate and get better? You have to do something, and this helps us in the future financially because it's going to become too expensive to keep these guys. So I just want championships, and who has a job who doesn't look for more money, right, or something that makes them happier? Nobody, correct?
Yeah, I mean that's fact of life. We all looking to get paid, right?
Makes the world go round, Tom.
Oh, it does, and he made our world go around for quite a few years, and it's okay. He did what he wanted to do, and if he wants to come back, it would be epic to see him win, and the Cavs win a championship in his 23rd year. It really would.
Hey, Tom, thanks so much for the call. Enjoy the holiday. Look, I think that the people are more enamored with what could be. And that's a symptom of just how pro sports in Cleveland tends to go because there's only been one championship in the last, since 1964. And that was the Cavaliers in 2016. It took a Herculean historic effort to even get that. And so we get so enamored with like draft picks and prospects, and we're leaning into the future to try and find something to where you can get sustained success. So it's like, I feel like the people that are opposed to LeBron, they're looking at this core four through the lens of, I can win multiple championships or compete for multiple championships with these guys. Whereas if we have to sacrifice a couple of them to get Braun back, well, I can only compete for one more title and I can maybe only win one more title. So the specter or the thought of the potential to compete for multiple, but here's the thing, like there's no guarantee.
Never.
But I will say this. If they brought back LeBron, the Eastern Conference becomes the LeBron Invitational again. And you're not going to want to make vacation plans in June.
They should make the Eastern Conference Championship, the Eastern Conference Finals, regardless of LeBron coming back or not. They should rename it when he retires the LeBron James Open, because that's what it was when he played here in the East.
Think about that. He went to 8 straight.
And if he came back, the Cavs would not just be favorites to win the Eastern Conference. Mark my words. If LeBron James came home, and as long as Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley were in uniform, they would instantly become the betting favorites to win the NBA title.
All right, let's squeeze in Pete from Elyria. You're next up on the Fan.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, it's going. Happy 4th.
Hey, thanks. The question I have is, if LeBron really wanted to come back, why didn't he just opt out of his contract, sign the vet minimum? He'd have the team around him, and they'd be prohibitive favorites to win everything.
Yeah, $52.6 million.
Well, because he's not playing for minimum wage with Dan Gilbert. That's why.
Well, he would make that up in endorsements and everything else 10 times.
That's not how LeBron operates. I'm not arguing with you, Pete. I'm just giving you the real answer. Like that's like when he came back, right? He came back. He got the max contract each time. That's why he was doing those opt-outs every other year.
And Pete, that's a lot of guys. Like Kobe Bryant at the end of his career, the late Kobe Bryant, like Laker fans were really frustrated with Kobe because he would not take anything less than the absolute max that he could get. All of these guys have egos. They all want the most amount of money as they can get.
Yeah, I get it.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate you. Enjoy the holiday. Again, I'm not trying to argue with him, but I think that's why. I mean,
it's just the reality. Like
there is no hometown discount for Dan Gilbert,
and I don't think, and that's just how it is for a lot of these guys. Like you've played for so long, you've been the best player in the league for so long. They want compensated as the best player, even though LeBron's a billionaire and $52.6 million versus the vets minimum probably won't make that big of a difference to him. These guys all have egos and they all want to be paid as the best because they all believe that they are the best.
216-474-0092. Nick Padone stirring up the Hornets' nest. The Fan team, not the I team. That's Fox 8. Peggy and Ed Gallick, they do a great job. We have the Fan team here, and the Fan team investigators have found this Instagram story comment or post comment? Story comment or post? I want to be accurate.
It was Allie Clifton's story that LeBron had put on his own story and commented on.
Okay, so he screen grabbed it. He put her story on his story
and said proper attire because Allie Clifton's enjoying her 4th of July weekend in some Cavs.